Hello, my name is Philip Anderson from Cross Culture Therapy. Today we're going to apply Maslow's hierarchy of needs to third culture kids. Stay tuned. So, before we start applying Maslow's hierarchy of needs to third culture kids, I thought it would be a good idea to explain what third culture kids are and what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is. So, third culture kids are people who have spent a majority of the formative years as children in a country different to the passport country of their birth parents. An example of a third culture kid would be a British girl who grew up in Malaysia, or a Malaysian girl with Malaysian parents who grew up in South Africa, for example. Third culture kids could be children of army officers, bankers, diplomats, any type of people really. Expats, children of expats are third culture kids. And Maslow's hierarchy of needs, this was established by Abraham Maslow in 1943 and has been used in sociology classes ever since. It is a pyramid-shaped hierarchy of needs with 5 different levels, and each level has to be achieved in order to try to achieve the next level. And at the end, at the top of the pyramid, you reach self-fulfillment. So without further ado, I'm going to explain about the first level, physiology needs, and apply that to third culture kids. So the first step of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the physiological needs, the need for food, water, and shelter, are often fulfilled by third culture kids, and particularly people living in the Western world have easy to fulfill these 3 needs, whilst people living in impoverished countries have difficulty fulfilling these needs. For third culture kids, this is most commonly not an issue because the parents are so financially stable that all these needs are fulfilled. It is really when we come to the second part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the second part of the broad bottom spectrum of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, called the safety needs, that we begin to see an application to third culture kids. The safety needs pertains to a person's safety, of course, as well as stability. And here we see when third culture kids grow up and become adult third culture kids, they're often instilled with a feeling of displacement. There's a term called itchy feet, which a lot of third culture kids have. They need to move from place to place in order to feel like their identity is being maintained, their identity of being the foreigner, their identity of being the expat. And this causes a feeling of unrootedness, a feeling of displacement, which for a lot of third culture kids causes them great pain, because even though they move to fulfill the need of having the identity of being the expat, they also have a need to belong as well. And here they feel like their life is unstable and difficult so they have difficulty to fulfill this part of the hierarchy of needs. So the third aspect of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the belongingness and love needs, is something that applies heavily to third culture kids. It is the need for intimate friendship and love. This can be achieved somewhat by a close-knit family, but as we know, third culture kids, they usually live in different countries to their parents as they become adults, so it can be hard to achieve that feeling of belongingness when your parents live in different countries to yourself. There's also, if we go back to the issue of itchy feet, a lot of third culture kids move around all the time, so they find difficulty making strong friends. Third culture kids are known to have many friends, but to be good friends with few. There's also an issue of romantic relationships with third culture kids, because when they grow older, adult third culture kids, as we know, have itchy feet and they tend to move around a lot to satiate the need to be in a new culture, and this makes it hard for them to get a real connection with another person, a romantic connection with another person, and therefore makes it difficult for them to achieve this level of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So the fourth stage of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the esteem needs, the need for prestige and accomplishment, can ironically be easier for the third culture kid to accomplish than the previous stages. This in part due to the third culture kid's unique upbringing. They can use their upbringing as a conversation starter, if you like. It is a part of their identity that makes themselves feel special. So this need is satiated whilst they look for other ways to fulfill their need for esteem and prestige as well. The fifth and final stage of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the need for self-actualization, the need to fulfill one's full potential, is by far the hardest for anyone to achieve, let alone third culture kids. This is usually done through either work or by doing hobbies. Where it becomes hard for third culture kids is their need for to satiate the itchy feet syndrome that third culture kids usually have. For other people, they usually let ambition lead the way. For example, if they're interested in working within finance, they might move to Hong Kong, they might move to Frankfurt, they might move to London. If they're interested in working within the entertainment industry, they might move to India, they might move to Hollywood, etc., etc. Whereas third culture kids tend to let the location lead the way. So they might be in a country and they might be interested in a different country's culture, and they move there regardless of whether that place has enough jobs in the sector of their interest to fulfill their needs. And there you have it. Those were Maslow's hierarchy of needs applied to third culture kids. If you liked our video, please give it a thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers because it will allow us to monetize the website and offer you more content like this. So please subscribe if you found the content interesting. Also go over to our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages and like us there. And if you need a session, go to our website www.crossculturetherapy.com, click the Book a Sessions tab and book a session at the time of your choosing. Thank you very much and have a great day.